I now pronounce you husband and wife. Today is the happiest day of Justin's life. He is marrying his love, Haley. But marrying her wasn't easy. Justin had to overcome many obstacles to reach here. Justin is from an upper middle class family, and he works a good job as an accountant at IIB. And Haley is from a very rich and influential family. Her parents were very unsure about this marriage and suspicious about Justin, that whatever he was doing was for their wealth. Nonetheless, Haley loved him and he loved her. And in the end, everything worked out. After the wedding ceremony, Justin and Haley were enjoying themselves when he noticed someone familiar, one of his co-workers, Selena. Meeting gaze, she came up to him. "Selena, what a pleasant surprise." "Yes, that's right. I do have a pleasant surprise for you." Handing him her gift and a small note, Selena smiled. Justin opened up the paper, but what he saw struck him. "Happy wedding," Selena said with a smirk before she simply left. "Justin, who was that?" "One of my colleagues." "Was she even invited?" "Don't wait for me, I might be late." Haley. She really loved Justin. She thought she would be happy with him. And the truth was, they were happy, those first few months of their marriage. But then, everything started going downhill from there. Because Justin, he isn't the same man she once knew. Is he losing interest in me? Or has he become close to someone else? Someone from his office? For the past months now, Haley had been noticing, now and then, Justin would simply be away. There was no explanation to where he went. Whenever she attempted to bring it up, Justin always had his excuses. He was at work. But what had been bothering her the most was what he was doing with his salary. Every month, Haley had been keeping track. A large amount of money was missing from his pay. He's not into gambling. He doesn't have bad habits. He hasn't bought anything for himself or for the family. What is he spending all this money on? Who is he spending all this money on? Is it that girl? Reaching the office, Justin sat down at his cubicle and let out a deep breath. Even before the day started, he was exhausted. Justin turned to look at Selena. "What?" "I need 10 grand. "What? Have you gone mad? You know I don't have that kind of money." "Really? You're gonna lie to me?" "I'm not lying, I'm telling you the truth." "Come on, sure you do." "What, you want me to sell my house?" "Come on, Justin, you're very clever. You'll think of a way." "You know something? Go to the cops. I don't care. What's the worst that can happen? I'll get fired like Harvey? Or 2 or 3 years in jail? Go ahead. I don't care. As his voice raised, everyone started looking at their cubicle. When Selena lowly and sternly said to him, "Are you sure you don't care? What about your wife, Haley? What do you think she's going to be doing when you're locked up in jail? And your in-laws? What are they going to think? Their son-in-law is a thief?" Hearing Selena's words, Justin fell silent. "And don't raise your voice. You don't want someone else to find out. When you come to your senses, meet me at the Lakeside Point, Friday, 8 p.m. Watching Selena strut off with that wicked smile, Justin held his head. He couldn't take the stress anymore. Everything was going fine until that night. That one night ruined his life. It was almost 3 years ago when Justin met Haley. They fell in love. They dated and grew into a beautiful relationship. And when Justin finally proposed to her, she accepted happily. It was that night, Justin and his buddies had gone to a casino to celebrate, but in the events of that night, Justin ended up losing out on a big hand. He suddenly owed money that he could no way afford. In that situation, he didn't have a choice. Either he would have to pay up or he would go to jail. Now what? What am I going to do? Ask Haley? No, I can't do that. Her family is already suspicious of me. They think I'm marrying her for their money. And now this? No, I can't do this. But then, where will I get this money from? What's going to happen now? The marriage will break off. I'll be in jail. I'll lose Haley to someone else. Thinking through all the cons and thinking about Haley, Justin decided he would steal from the office. There was a safe in the marketing department where some cash was always stored in case of emergency use. Just a few days prior, there was a new security system with cameras installed in the building. Justin had been there while it was being set up, and he saw how it all worked. And temporarily shutting down the system wouldn't be too difficult for him. Every 6 weeks, the data on the camera would automatically get erased, so Justin would have to get the job done right before that point. But before all that, he needed to get his hands on the keys to the safe room. And the only 2 people who had access was Selena herself, who had the keys, and Harvey, who knew the safe combination, an 8-digit code. Justin would easily be able to pick the lock, but how would he figure Harvey's combination? Footage. I need the footage. Sneaking into the power room, Justin copied the security footage and figured the combination Harvey input. Once he had everything he needed, it was one night, after everyone left the office, he snuck into the room and stole the money. But what he didn't know was that night, he wasn't the only one in the office. Selena had returned to pick up some files she had dropped off. And by chance, she happened to spot something quite interesting. The following day, when the missing funds were reported, everyone denied knowing anything. Selena said she never opened it to anyone except for Harvey, and as no one other than Harvey had access to the safe, and there was no evidence, Harvey wasn't criminally charged, but he was fired. Justin kept quiet the whole time, and he never got caught. But it was then that he realized someone did know what he did. Selena began blackmailing him for money. Initially, she would ask for a few thousand and wouldn't bother him for a couple months, but with time, her demands increased. And now, she was asking for 10 grand. Justin was exasperated. He couldn't understand what to do. How long would he live like this? No, this can't go on. What should I do? What can I do? Yes. I'm going to take her life. The end of Selena would be the end of all his troubles. But how? Should I poison her coffee? No, she wouldn't take a coffee from a stranger, and everyone would find out who gave it to her. Then what? Cause a car accident on the street? Hit and run? No, that's too risky. They'll track down the car number. I can't do that. Should I intrude? Yes, a staged burglary. So that night, after Justin went home, he went to bed with Haley and waited for her to fall asleep. Sometime around 1 a.m., he snuck out and made his way to Selena's place. Sneaking into her room, she found her asleep. It was his chance. No! Justin, is everything alright? Yeah, it was just a dream. No, I can't get rid of her like this. Finally, by the time Friday night came around, Justin packed up the money and headed to the lakeside point. Justin, it's 8. Where are you going? I got a call from the office and left behind some files. Oh, okay. Don't wait for me. Reaching the lakeside point at 9, Justin spotted Selena waiting for him. Well, I thought you would be fine in jail. But now you're here? If it wasn't for my wife, I would have never tolerated you. In fact, the only reason I even stole was for her. And now for the past year, you have made my life into hell. Even Haley has become suspicious of what I've been doing with the money. Not my problem, is it? Now chop, hand it over. Justin handed Selena the money and was about to leave when she stopped him. Hold on. I have to inspect the transaction. Taking out the bundle of cash, Selena smelled it. Smells nice. Wait, what is this? I thought I told you to bring 10 grand. This is 7. That's all I have. Alright, this is fine for now, but I want the rest of it by the end of this month. As Justin left, Selena chuckled as she put the envelope in her bag and headed downhill to her car. Life was good. Life is good. But it was as Selena was returning to her car, she started to feel a little lightheaded. And soon collapsed. Finding no other solution, Justin kept thinking. And finally, it clicked. Every time he would pay Selena, she would handle the money and inspect it. So this time, he drugged it. And when Selena smelt it, it worked perfectly. Now all he had to do was get rid of her and stage it like an accident. But taking the money from Selena, as Justin was to pick her up, he stopped. What am I doing? First robbing, and now murder? What have I become? No, I can't do this. I'd rather go to jail. You win, Selena. Unable to gather himself to commit murder, Justin left Selena with the money. Mr. Kane, are you alright? What happened? Nothing. Just enjoying my last few moments of freedom. It was past midnight when Justin returned home. Seeing Haley waiting for him, he decided to tell her the truth. Haley, there's something I need to tell you. Justin, you're not in your senses to talk, and I don't want to hear it. Haley left to the room, and as Justin fell on the sofa, he soon passed out. Justin, wake up. Aren't you going to go to work? Justin woke up the next morning to Haley calling him. Come on, your breakfast is ready. Groggy, with the most horrible headache, Justin sat down at the table when he noticed the newspaper headlines. Young woman found lifeless in the lake. Selena? How could this happen? Last night, when Justin had gone to meet Selena and left her be, he didn't realize Haley had followed after him. Hearing everything that went on between the two, she finally found out the truth. She's been blackmailing him. Haley realized where all that money went. She realized why Justin did what he did. His life had become hell because of this girl, and the only way to end it was to end her. But when Justin didn't do what he intended, Haley knew she had to do something. It was her who threw Selena off the cliffside. It was her who ended all her husband's problems. And perhaps now, things could finally go back to normal. Reading the newspaper article, Justin was more than happy. Fate had worked out for him. Reaching the office, he remorsed with all the others, finally relieved. But it was when he reached his cubicle, he saw someone had left him a coffee. Who was this from? I know what you did.
Click on the subscribe button and check out more awesome videos on our channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon because you know it's interesting.